right, this looks beautiful. So we get the potatoes here. It's our starch. We get the protein, the meat. We get our sauce. Beautiful. Or gravy. It's got some truffle shavings. We have the vegetable lasagna, or you can call it vegan vegetables. Just it has layers. It's got layers. It's got duck sail. It's got tomatoes, yellow peppers, red peppers, and then it's got also zucchini, yellow squash, caramelized onion, and fennel. So plain. So basically, we're just gonna go like this and cut a little piece. I like to start in the middle. Alright. Wish me luck. Like a cake. Oh, that's beautiful. So, the couscous or the barley, it looks like a binder. So we'll get some chickpeas there as well. Forget. Now, the moment of the truth. We're gonna take our knife and cut a little piece of meat. Now we can do it shawarma style. Usually shawarma I use yogurt as a sauce. I used the pan gravy because I didn't want to waste anything. So you can start from the bottom, so you don't want all this to bleed. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect lamb right there. Beautiful. You cannot go wrong. Look at this, I gotta put it close. Oh, blah. Look at that. Simply gorgeous. Alright, so we can layer our lamb just like we cut it like this. Beautiful. Just like that. And then we get the potatoes. Look, nice caramelized. And I bet you they're beautifully and soft. Yeah. Tender, juicy. Now we're cooked. So we can cut him like a half and serve him like this. Yeah, like that better. I'm just getting a little excited here. So smother them in the juice. See, it's very important that your lamb rests. It's not bleeding as much. If you cut it right away, you use a lot of juice. Actually, I want to do something funny. Let's cover these up. Put them on top here. So we have the bottom. So the presentation is, because it's not like something you do all the time like this. This is home. This is home cooking. You don't have the equipments you have like when. So I'm trying to do like exactly what anybody else can duplicate at home. You don't have to use the exact same plate. You do it your way. As long as it looks good, it tastes good. You know, I got a lot of students following me. They can't go to school. So they learning how to become cooks. So this is, if you can do this, I tell you, I'll hire you in a same day. Because I didn't know how to do it when I was young. I basically blow it a couple times. Because you really got to pay attention to what you're doing. You cannot be on the phone taking messages. So, your lamb. And I like just to put the gravy in the center like that. Need some herbs, and if you do have some truffles, by no means use them. So I still got little peelings. Truffle peelings are not that expensive, but that adds a lot of flavor. Just imagine eating all this. Here we go. So we have a leg of lamb. Let's give it one more try. I tell you, oh my God, this is beautiful. So if you drink a nice glass of wine, Merlot would go perfectly with this, with beer, or like me, just water and stuff like that. It's perfect. You got your potatoes, you got your meat, you got your vegetables. I mean, you can't go wrong. You have a dark cell in the vegetables. Watch how it's made. Please watch this video completely, because it really shows you everything step by step. It's not something you can do like in half an hour, but you learn so much. You learn how to make the lamb, potatoes, the vegetable, infused oil, the sauce. It's really, if you know how to do this dish, you basically can cook. So good luck, good cooking. And here it is. Basically, I just need some herbs. Unfortunately, it's COVID-19 time. I'm running out of herbs. So I'm not gonna go to the store to get herbs. Just imagine you have some herbs here, or some microgreens or some stuff. But the flavor is there. Again, one more time. This is like a butter. This is what it should be. Even inside, you can still taste the flavor. I'm gonna try the vegetables, you know. So when we do the vegetable here, you see, you got a lot of good stuff in here. Oh my God. An explosion of flavors and stuff like that. So I'm going to go and sit down and call my wife, and we'll have our Christmas dinner. She's a foodie, so I got to make sure everything tastes good before I call her up. Well, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Welcome to Basic Cooking with Chef Agnew. I'm very excited today to cook some lamb. First of all, I miss you guys. It's been over a week. Took some time off to fix the bathrooms and things around the house. So back to basic cooking. So I was thinking it's like what to do. There's around the holidays. We did the turkey, we did a lot of other stuff, and basically lamb. Lamb is a big deal, especially Virginia. We're in Virginia. I think a nice leg of lamb. This is a boneless leg of lamb. This is like around 7 pounds. It's beautiful. As you can see, it's nice marble. It's fresh. You can get this at the giant store. You can get it, around 65 bucks. You can get it through the, farms. There's a lot of farms in Virginia that sell lamb already butchered. So I mean, you can't go wrong. Local lamb. But I'm gonna show you the easiest way to do it. We're gonna do it Mediterranean style, but especially Lebanese style. I'm gonna do it like shawarma style. So I know you're gonna look at all these spices. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I gotta do this, that. Here's one thing I'm gonna do for you. Instead of add this spice, add that, add this herbs, and we're basically gonna create a marinade. It's like a shawarma marinade, and just gonna marinate the lamb. So instead of like punching holes, put the garlic and all that stuff, I'm just gonna make a good marinade. I'm gonna put a little tiny hole so it sucks the flavor. We're gonna bake it in the oven for like an hour and a half, 350 degrees. We're gonna check the temperature. We want the inside to be 120. We want the inside to be 120, like a medium rare. Outside it's gonna be medium, and here medium well, the extremities. I don't want to overcook it. I want to still see the pink color and stuff like that. And then it's gonna be like a shawarma style. When you carve it, you can hold it like this. You can hold it like this, and it just like slice it like you slice the shawarma. And then when you're gonna eat it, you can eat it as an entree or as a sandwich. Make a little bit of pita bread and put some shawarma, some yogurt sauce, and some lettuce, and you're good to go. All right, let's start. So you get, usually, this is what it calls for. Most of the time it's paprika, and then it calls for turmeric, cinnamon, chili powder. I love cumin. I add a little cumin, and then cardamom. So what I usually do, I just mix. I have my own seasoning mix. I just throw everything in the blender, and you're gonna blend everything, and you're good to go. So instead of adding this, easy way to do it. There's a recipe for Moroccan marinade. This resembles it. It's almost the same. Apparently Lebanese, and they're far away. They're not too close, but all Mediterraneans have almost same flavor. Like this is the French herb de Provence. So same thing. In Morocco and Lebanon, they have herb de Provence. So basically, you get your dry. I will add a little bit more paprika because that gives a lot of flavor. Okay, now a little bit of dry herbs, whatever you have, because you want this lamb to have a lot of flavor. So just have fun with it. I'll tell you, one of the first things I did in the kitchen was actually to cook the lamb. It was a disaster. But you learn from mistakes. I overcooked it. I stressed for like 2 days to cook that lamb. Unbelievable. But the more you do, the more you learn, the more you relax. Beautiful. What we also did, I did this yesterday to help expedite. Not just the lamb, it's always good to have this. So anyway, what I'm doing here, you can do it ahead, so you don't have to waste time. So you mix your herb, you mix your seasoning, you have it ready. You put it here, you add your herbs. Yeah, even with stems on, get some rosemary. And here is the good thing I have. I actually already created some infused oil. This is one really nice recipe I learned from the French chef. He takes all the leftover herbs he has, he puts them in olive oil, just heat it up a little bit, little tiny bit, barely even cooking, just like for a few hours or even overnight. They releases a lot of flavor. I put seasoning on it as well, and I put garlic. So this is very rich oil. It already has a lot of garlic and a lot of stuff. That's why I don't want to insert any more garlic. So I put some onions in there. I put some garlic already. I'm just gonna slice some onions like so. There we go. Oops, excuse me. And then lemon juice, you definitely need some acid. So nice, good marinade is good. Squeeze your lemon like this, you roll it. Like so, so it's easy to juice it out. You can even punch a hole in there and squeeze the lemon out. So we get herbs, we get seasonings, we get lemon, the acid. Now all we need is the oil. Again, the oil already has a lot of flavor. Then we're going to give this nice massage. Voila. So I've just got to cover this up and puree the whole thing. Some people like lemon juice added to it. Yeah, you feel free. This is your food. You can do whatever you want. Just don't overdo it like I did my first cooking day. All right. I guess I was lying when I said it doesn't take too long. Here we go, we got our marinade. So you can have this done before. So I just put little holes like that. I don't want to put big holes in there and insert whatever, because I don't want the juice coming out. Now you can take the lamb like this, put it in a clean bag, and add this marinade and marinate it for like a few hours. It's the perfect. Because if you pour it like this, you need a lot of marinade. So we're probably going to do that. Let it sit while we work on our starches. Alright, so, but I'm going to do a little bit like this way to give it a nice massage. Oh, the smell is unbelievable. Perfect flavor here is unbelievable. And the pan is just the right size. So now, I prefer to start the cooking with a little high heat. Maybe like 375 for 15 minutes. Then lower it to 350. Believe me, I do thousands of these at work. Sometimes we have a party of 4,000 people. and they ask like for 70 lambs, and you do that. There's weeks where you do like 1,000 of these. So you make a big batch of marinade like this because you don't have time. And what I'm doing exactly here is the way I like to do it at work. Makes your life a lot easier. It's quicker. I don't want to spend hours talking about this. I don't want to hold you for hours. So you marinate it, give it a nice massage. The reason I'm massaging it, those little tiny holes I did, the oil is gonna, the marinade is gonna penetrate there. Okay, now you can put this in a plastic bag, add more marinade, and then marinate in the fridge and keep turning it around. So that's one way. I'm gonna preheat my oven 350, and I'll see you in a minute. And caramelization while the lamb is cooking. And I added some lemon. The lemon I squeezed, I added the peel just to give it that acid flavor. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So we marinate already. So good. Some onions, it's going to create the foam. Then we're going to create a nice sauce. It's like a pan jus for pan gravy. Okay, I think the only thing we need to do now is add the salt. I don't need anything else, because I already have enough seasoning. Just want to make sure it's got enough salt, enough flavor. To the other side. How much salt? Really, it's depends on how much salt you eat. I don't eat a lot of salt, but my experience with so many years in the kitchen, I can tell when it's enough salt or not. So I would imagine for like 6 pounds, I'll probably do 1 tablespoon in each side. I like to use kosher salt. Now, because it's thick, you think it's too much salt, it doesn't penetrate easily. So, okay, that's good. So we're gonna just add a little bit more of this beautiful flavored oil. I mean, this is unbelievable. Again, you can create this oil week ahead, maybe weeks. The spices, you can mix them up. It should not take too long. You take the lamb off, you rinse it, you wash it, you marinate it, you have your marinade already done, you massage it, you're good to go. And then leftover marinade, you can take some potatoes like so. I got some sea white potatoes. I just throw them in the marinade, and then I'm gonna roast them when it's almost done. Well, like, kind of roast them by themselves, but when it's almost done, so they can suck the flavor of the lamb. And voila, so my oven is ready. I'm gonna throw this in, and I'll see you in an hour and 25 minutes. The best way to tell if your lamb is done is to take a thermometer. Anybody can get the thermometer like this and go to the thickest part, insert it. I don't want to insert it now. Insert it all the way until it reaches 120. That's medium rare. 125 to 130, that's like a medium. 135 to 140, that's medium well. 145 to above, that's well done. That's when you got a problem. But you can do the well done if it's braised. Braised is okay, will stay moist no matter what. But if it's not braised, you definitely don't want it well done. So if it's braised, you do add the liquid here. You need at least 1/3 of the liquid to braise it. As you can see, I don't have any liquid. This is going to be a roasted lamb. And I put my oven to 375 and I'm going to take it down to 350 in 15 minutes. A bientôt. Alright, oven. Lamb is in. Now we're going to check our lamb, see how it's doing. Wow, beautiful color. Look at that. It's nice. So we're going to put a thermometer inside. See the temperature, thickest side probably here. So that still needs to go. Probably half an hour. Yeah, one more, half an hour will be done. It's been an hour and a half. We took the temperature. It was just perfect. (120 degrees). Now this, it will carry over a little bit. You gotta let it sit. We cannot slice it right now. What we're gonna do is like we're gonna create a sauce. We're gonna create a sauce. From the pan. These are the potatoes that we're cooking with it. We're just going to keep everything warm until we finish the sauce. And we're good to go. It's going to be a beautiful dinner. So this is probably enough for like, imagine 8 to 10 people. But we don't have 8 to 10 people, so we're gonna, well, it's only 4 of us. So we're gonna save leftovers. This is what I want to talk about during this COVID-19. It's always good to cook a big thing. Eat whatever you can, and then slice the rest leftovers and freeze them. Like I'm gonna take like 4 potatoes, some sliced meat, and put it in a plastic bag, and that's like a lunch. You can make a sandwich with it, whatever you want to make. So let me just put this back in the oven, keep it warm. And then we're gonna create the sauce there. I don't want to mess with this here. That lamb is staying warm. Now to create a sauce, it's like a pan gravy. Basically you want to turn this on. You want some stock or wine or a beer, and you need some flour. So now this is a real cooking stuff. This is like traditional cooking where you make pain jus. Now you can bake, you can actually buy sauces already made, you can buy a lot of things, but I still prefer the old method, which is basically just flour your pan right here. probably need like a, depends. I mean, 2 ounces here is perfect for me. Did they make a mess? No. So I turn this on, and then we're gonna get this will do. Okay, so I'll start this here. We got our phone getting hot. And then we're just gonna throw this in here. We're just gonna make some, and we make a nice gravy. That's as easy as it is. So I made some vegetables. Actually made them yesterday. The vegetable I made is like vegetable lasagna. Please look at the recipe. It's probably the video. I might put it before this or after this video just to have an idea. The vegetable dish is completely vegan. So if you have anybody that's vegan, it's coming to your party on New Year's Eve or so, and you're cooking this, that vegetable has protein, it's got everything we need. Look at this. It's already becoming beautiful. Okay, let me go ahead and get while you're watching my sauce. So this is what I made. It's basically vegetable lasagna. It's got layers of a lot of stuff. I kind of bind it with couscous a little bit, but you can do it with barley as well. And then you can garnish it with herbs and stuff like that. Caramelized onion, fennel on top. Ratatouille style vegetables like pepper, yellow squash, zucchini, eggplant. And the twist I have here is actually created a duck sail. So I put a duck sail inside. So I have layers of things. The couscous, the duck sail, the peppers, the tomatoes, the zucchinis. Again, the duck sail, and I topped it with fennel and caramelized onion. Believe me, anybody that's vegan will be so happy with this. I actually created a vegan book, me and a friend of mine. She was a sous chef with me, and we worked together and we created a beautiful book, Du Nouveau. All right, look at this sauce. Beautiful. Okay, I think my gravy is ready. I'm just going to strain it into this pan. Now this part you don't have to do it. I just like to use anything leftovers. I don't want to waste anything. So basically, even the lemon we use, we incorporate them in there to give it some acid flavor. Oops. here is our beautiful lamb. Leg of lamb, pan gravy, vegetable lasagna, and then you get some potatoes here. And that's our dish.